where voices cry but none can speak. In halls of whispers secrets keep. We're here to break the silent streak. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truths they won't show. In the darkness light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up, fight, don't let it go. Reveal the truth they won't show. In the darkness light will grow. Justice rises, voices flow. Children's dreams are cast aside in the system where lies reside. We won't let them run and hide. Hearts are strong, we're full of pride. Stand up.
See, let's see where there y'all are. No, I made it. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Sorry, we had I love my countdown. It's amazing. So how's everyone doing? I'm here finally. So Chris saw her son today. How's everyone doing out there in the world? I see Miss. Let's get my chat up here. We got the chat below. Miss Athena's in. Miss Chris is in. All right. How's everyone doing today? Welcome in. And I feel like my screen is even smaller than, there we go. So how are y'all doing? So you saw your child today, Chris. How did that go for you? So how's everyone? Can y'all hear me? Am I, so, here I am. Last night we did a live, and, I've been thinking, I wanted to share with y'all, like, I wanted to talk about, today I wanted to talk about, like, how do they determine the best interest for our children, right? So that's supposed to be like a big deal with the child welfare system and these caseworkers. Can y'all hear me? Is am I live? Hey, somebody hopefully my chat working, y'all? Unless I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Let's see. Sorry everyone. All right. Okay, so y'all can't hear me. Okay, so it was good, Chris. So as you're moving towards getting reunified with your child, right? So that's everyone. I do want to say that it's a process, yeah, but it's a lot, and it's just we're gonna make this happen. Like we're gonna change. We're gonna get the change brought to the child welfare system like it needs to be. Um, I really don't know if I can even be heard out there, but if y'all can hear me, hey, I'm gonna keep talking because I have no idea because my internet has been acting up at home and the weather. You don't have a charge on me. Good. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. So that's thanks, Chris. Thanks. That one that's the song that I wrote, and it's called Whispers in the Shadows. Hey Soccer, how you doing? Welcome in, my friend. Hi Chris. It's called Whispers in the Shadows, and it's for the kids that are in foster care and the ones the ones they isolate, because all kids were everywhere, all across the world and they have my heart. And my biggest, these kids that are in these facilities and these group homes, and the nonverbal ones, the special needs, you know um they're not heard enough. And we talk, there's parents that have case plans. Awesome. Soccer, welcome in. I appreciate it. Hello, welcome in, Debbie. How are you? Debbie said getting more hours than I will be getting, more supervised visits, unsupervised visits, and then they'll be set up night visits. So y'all it's moving forward in a positive way. That's awesome, Debbie and Chris. I'm so proud of this, and just keep us updated with the good news and keep the good news coming. See, so everyone that's out there that are prayer warriors, and just keep us in your thoughts and prayers. All these parents that are going through this, I know, and just it's baby steps, everyone, and it's things that should have never happened in this child welfare system that are going on now that you would never think. And that goes with what I would like to talk about today is the best interest of our children. So, the best interest, it's a big thing with the child welfare system. I know it's what they bring up at every court date. I'm pretty sure. It's a step towards the child's developmental, physical, mental, emotional. Thank you, soccer. Please keep us, everyone. Thank you, and that we thank you for that, and we will we will keep you in our thoughts and prayers as well, and for your every day that you have a positive, awesome day, and just and many blessings to you, my friend. Hi, Athena. Welcome in. How are you doing? So, hope everyone's doing well. I get today's Friday, and you would think that I would be, I didn't wake up till late today. Hey, Brenda, welcome in. Are you good from the show last night? I'm still. I didn't wake up till like this afternoon, and my whole day was. I was like, man, I felt like. I mean, I had goals this morning. I guess I was really into my the show last night and everything that we were talking about, and we had a really good show overnight, y'all. But I have to give it to Chris, Christopher Naylor, Brenda, Darren, um, Danielle, I mean, me, and then we had a guest on the show, Miss Danielle. She spoke out a little about her story and shared her story, and Brenda shared. We share our stories every day, and I'll tell you, sometimes we have to. I know the parents that are going through this. We don't want to relive this nightmare, but it's like it's a revolving. It's like a circle, and it keeps just going around and around. And you're welcome, soccer. And it's just something that you don't want to to you know nobody wants to relive something like this. You don't. No, I don't want to be. I can just imagine the parents that have their children removed from their homes for for just the pettiest things. I mean, poverty should not be a reason why they take your children, and then they consider it neglect when that's not right. There's a difference. There's a big difference between poverty and neglect, because neglect, there's so many, poverty is so many broad things. You know, it could be taken so many ways, and then neglect is so many. So putting those two together is not, and as broad as both words are, the death, like the way in terms that can be taken, it is wrong, and they need to define what they mean, and that's one of the things that needs to happen when that the child welfare system needs to be reformed. They need to look at the whole definitions of their words, like as like yesterday, legal parent and biological parent. Um, there is a difference in the wording: custody, guardianship, permanent, permanent custody, permanent guardianship. Difference, big difference, very big difference. Okay, wording, everyone. I do want to remind you, the wording, the words that they use, always know your terminology as well, because if you don't look uh, look it up, do your research, and gain that knowledge, because you will need that in this when you're battling with CPS, because they will try to trip you up on the wording. Permanent custody and permanent guardianship are not the same thing. Just because someone says they got permanent custody, if, like in my situation, when was permanent custody is like, oh, my brother must be playing his game system. Woohoo! We're gonna try to go see him in a minute. My brother. Hopefully he'll say hello to everyone. Hopefully he won't be so shy. I've been talking to him about it. He's playing his game right now. In let me get back on track. Okay, so wording, and that goes to say with the best interest of our children. Okay, I'm sorry, but the only ones that know what's best for their kids is the parents or the family, like the people that are involved with these children, the people that care about the people that the ones that are involved with their kids, and the ones that sorry y'all, I just got sidetracked. My dog is she's outside in the yard playing, and okay, anyways, she was a rescue, so I mean, every animal, every person, they deserve a chance at life. So sorry y'all. Okay, sorry y'all. Mom and Dad, surely I did my show about. um so back to the best interests of your children. I'm being very People are being rude right now in this, like, she just came in the house, the doggy. No, when you have a doggy door and the dog gets free roam, it's great. She's so funny. She'll come to anyhow. Okay, stay on track, Danielle. All right. So back to the best interest of the kids and the courts and our families, and you know with us parents, we know it's in the best interest. We are the ones that know our children best. We know our kids. We know their well being. We know what they want. We know what they need. We know what they when they're down, like when they're feeling sad. We're the ones. Every child wants their parents. It don't matter in any age. They want their parents. And I've sat here and I've thought over the time, like with my girls and my son. My girls, they're with people that and it's family, but it's not about it's the bond that you have with your children. That's a big factor in when CPS does their evaluations, or you know their what word am I looking for? Their not no, I'm not going to say determination. That's harsh. And, and evaluations shouldn't even be, because we're not lab rats. We're not no test. No, we're not. We are families. We are people. We are people that deserve our families, and we are people that have a right to raise our family and be involved in our families, and then be involved in our children's lives, even when they're in CPS care, even when because and it's sad that I do want to address this, that there's parents that do, when the struggle's real, and life is just throwing them curveballs, they do reach out to CPS for help. And then the welfare system, you would think that a system that we would have thought was there to help us and be there if we need help, is actually not. It turns out to be a war zone and nightmare. It turns out to be something that, when you made that call, because there are families out there that face that struggle, and I'm sure that we have some in the crowd. I'm sure in the audience. In a system that you thought that when you called them, hey, I need help. I may be struggling with this, and maybe these families don't have the extended family, like the grandparents or the aunts, uncles, because there we do need to always remember there are families out there like that have reached out to child protective services to protect and help them when they struggle. So a family that would think they're doing the right thing by calling to get this help to be there for their children, they're not. It's turning into something totally opposite of what the child welfare system is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a for the kids that are in the foster care, a sanctuary, a safe haven. They're supposed to be. I mean, they should be able to smile and just have no worries in the world, except you know these kids are not being treated like that, and these families aren't either. So, I do want to bring that up, that these families that are out there that face, when you think, like, that's just like us calling 911, and it's a total different experience. and then you just totally, I mean, really, anything to be successful, like everybody's going to talk about something, and like it's word of mouth, but a system that's meant to protect and help is not doing that. All right, here we got Mr. Naylor. Welcome in, Chris. I had to, at 8 a.m., my PO wanted me to share with her about what I do on my free time, so I did. My PO said, I don't know everything you're doing because you emailed me. She said, so she said, I know hold on. So I did. My PO said, I know everything you're doing because you emailed me. Hey, you know what? That's a good thing. Hey, they asked you, right? Right. She asked you what you did on your free time, so you told her. And what did she say, Chris? Besides that she knows everything you're doing, does that mean do they see our shows? What? I would love. Athena says, their familial relationships and bonds should be paramount to their well-being, right? Athena, yes. Chris says every email I send to DFC and Gal and the contractors my fiance has to deal with, my PO is beast. Is copied in the email on the emails. I got nothing to hide. Right. My PO knows there is more going on than what public officials say. That is, Chris, you couldn't speak it out loud enough. Yes. Yeah. I mean, screaming out to them, the whole world. Yes. Yes. And they know, and it's, okay, I'm with Chris on this, and I'm going to tell you, if you're involved in the probate, if you're on probation, if you have a past, let me tell you, they people are listening. They're listening, and they are keeping an eye out. They're just watching from the, kind of like watching a game from the sidelines. But this ain't a game. This is real life stuff. This is real life things that are going on that they see, and just think that who would ever think that when you work in, especially anything that involves children, you wouldn't be about no corruption. You wouldn't be about nothing bad, nothing with bad malice or bad intentions, nothing with a bad mindset at all. Negative, negative. I mean, the child welfare system, in my opinion, should be, everything should be positive with that, except for like, your drug test or something. No, but I'm talking about like positive outcomes, positive goals, things to better the community, yourself, the world, to make to build to help other families, like to come together. I mean, that's what I mean, yeah, like you want to be with you don't want your kids taken. I mean, that's not what the child welfare system is about. I mean, they're supposed to be about reuniting these families, getting these kids home, getting these kids back home, not tearing these families apart. And that is not what's happening. They are totally, that's not definitely not the best interest of the kids and or the families. I'm right here, soccer. I disappeared for a minute? I'm sorry. Yeah, the dog, she got stuck in the doggy door. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, she's a mess. My dog is, yeah. I'll have to share her with y'all one day. She's hilarious. And her name is Athena. She's got a personality and it is awesome. But she's a mess. Okay, Chris says I'm not going to jail because someone says I was threatening them in emails or text. I screenshot everything is forward all my email to her. I emailed her links to like the last 6 shows last night too. That's awesome, Chris. See, that that is great. And being and just keep it real. Like there's no reason, and that's where a lot of these people that do want to say things out of with bad intent to try to sabotage or ruin someone's life is messed up. So shame on you out there if you're like that, or if you've done that with bad intentions, with negative intentions or negative feelings, just because you're mad at somebody. Shame on you. Grow up and get yourself together. Because I'm telling you what, why would you want to do that to someone's children, someone's life? What if it happened to you? Always think about that when you go to pick up that phone to make a call. You know, like, are you doing it for the good? Is the kid in imminent danger? Like, is it yeah, are you just being a spiteful brat and wanting to cause someone else harm when you need to think about the outcomes of that and what happens when and shame on you. And once again, we will pray for you, the ones like that. So if you, I mean, and this also goes with this. If you're ever feeling that you're down and out, and even having negative feelings like that, don't think that you're not appreciated and loved here. We all love you, and you're a person too, and you deserve to live your life. Yes. Don't ever think that you're not wanted, because that's your life matters too. But if you're ever feeling that struggle, please reach out to someone that you trust. Please don't ever think you're not wanted here with us. Anywhere, anyone that's ever faced with that dark, deep hole of like depression, and then just you. There's a number, a three digit number, 988. You can always call 24/7 if you need someone to talk to. They're there to help you. We are here to help you. If you ever feel that struggle, please reach out. Do not try to do that alone. Do not try to be alone. Do not isolate yourself. Please get the support, and we're here for you. We love you, and because even that dark hole of this, I've had people tell me, even these children, their kids in the child welfare system are faced with that that in their head, like they're not, for some reason. Why would someone if they're in the child welfare system and the foster system, why would they be told they're not wanted or anything negative? Why would a 5-year-old think that they should to unalive themselves because they are not wanted or loved because they're what it, and anyone out there that works in the child welfare system or these foster system, and you are doing that, shame on you. That is bull crap. That is uncalled for, and that is unnecessary. That is, I'll be, that is just wrong. How do you have a heart to say that to a child? A 5-year-old, 3-year-old, a 5-year-old should not be talking them words. No, never. So shame on you. I mean, how more evil can you be? Bless you. No. We will pray for you. No. You don't hurt children. No, no, no. And a child should never want to do that to themselves. No. These are our kids. Protect your children. Hug your children every day. Protect your kids. I'm here to protect mine, yours, and the whole world. Because these people aren't going to keep our kids, and they're going to stop taking their kids. Especially just to do brainwashing these children that don't deserve it. Like, I mean, imagine how many years from then that's a lifetime battle that they're going to have to face because you wanted to. Shame on you. Go. No. Just because you're miserable don't mean you have to brush off on a child. Stay away. Keep no. Go. Shame on you. The foster care system should be that child's sanctuary, that child's safe haven. So the ones that are picking on these kids, whether they're in a group home, facility, shame on you too. That's another one. Shame on you. It ain't their fault. They're there. No. It ain't their fault that you want to sit here and pick on a child. No. It ain't their fault that they feel alone right now, because think about the stuff they're going through. They miss their family too. They miss their families. They want to be home with their families. So y'all need to think about these children. We love our children. Protect your children, our children, America's children, the world's children. Pardon my French, but it pisses me off when someone wants to put their hands on a child, or someone has bad intentions to a child. When, even when these kids are in these foster group homes, or the nonverbal children, or the facilities, I'll tell you what, I'm one mama that is not going to tolerate that. Nowhere, no child, no how, not in my time, never. And if I hear about it, it will be voiced, and America will know about you, because you do not deserve to have that job. You don't deserve to be bullying on a child. These children do not deserve that. So stay away, or quit your job and go find something else to do. Do not put your hands or nothing on these children that are already going through enough. these group homes and these facilities, these residential treatment facilities. That's who I'm talking to. That's a big one I'm talking to. Y'all know who y'all are. So let's see. Let me go back and catch up on the comments, y'all. Okay, so Chris says, I sent my PO the link to the show with interview. It's Oklahoma Representative Gabe Woolley. Awesome. HB 1100. We got Gabriel Woolley that came on the show a couple weeks ago. He was on the Punisher show at night, and he was talking. I think it was either Tip of Punisher or the Punisher show, and he was talking about. And he is the one that I spoke of that has a family member that was taken by CPS. So he is fighting to bring changes to the Oklahoma state, but he's also doing it for the world. So let's get it. I mean, parents, and I know there's people watching this show today. I know there is, because you know what? I can feel it, and I've been every day. I ask, please, Lord, can we please just get this out there, get this change brought, bring this, protect our kids. My name is Danielle, and I want my family back. I want my family back. I want my son home. I want my girls. I want my family back. They can't keep my family. They're not going to keep my family from me. No. My dad out there, I love you, Dad. I love my younger brother. I got my other brother here with me. I want my son back. I want my kids. Please stop taking our children. Stop tearing our families apart just because you want to be, just because you're having a bad day and don't want to be at work that day. Then find a different job. Get out of if you don't want to be working around like these social workers and stuff, then find something else, because there's too many corrupt ones in the system now that are working for the child welfare system. Then that makes it just seem, because there are good ones out there. I'm gonna say that I know there is, and they just, I feel, and to the workers out there that do have hearts, I thank you, and the ones that are doing what's right and living by and doing by what they're supposed to, I thank you. And I'm sorry that you're going faced with the ones that are corrupt and that are just, because there's more evil and bad than there is good in the child welfare system right now. And I hate, I do, I appreciate everything that y'all do when y'all do right, y'all, the ones that are actually the good workers. And I know there is some out there. I do, because I've seen it, and I've spoke with several of them, and I want to take the moment out to thank y'all for doing what's right. And I'm sorry that and it's sad to say that, and they'll even, I mean, they just feel, I mean, they're gonna protect the kids as much as they can, and I do see that, and I know that, but it's the ones that don't want. If you're miserable in your job, don't do it. What are you thinking? Okay, Miss Athena says, what I don't get is how it is illegal to weaponize the judicial system, yet when you're actively fighting judicial weaponization, you can't stop it without an expensive, as a, yeah, that word, attorney, expensive attorney, 2.5 years. And it's sad that our children, they take our kids, and it's like money, money, money. They get money from the children, and they gain. I mean, then we have to pay out for the attorney, and a lot of parents, I'm going to tell you, a lot of those. I mean, I'm sure, I forgot the poverty rate in America right now, but I know it's high. But I mean, think about it. How can we afford an attorney? And then the pro bono ones, or the indigent ones, my goodness, they just, it's like we're already categorized as a statistic on a data graph, that a quota they got to meet to push cases through it. I mean, that's how it feels. I'm tired of being a statistic. I'm tired of them treating me like I'm just a number going through no. We're going to be success stories, everybody, and we're going to make this happen. We're going to get this change right. So I totally get you, Athena. And it's not going to be about money. It's not about money. It's about protecting our children and getting these families to be safe, strengthen them where the areas they're weak, and helping one another, keeping families together, families first. These are our future. These are our children. This is this is a, it's us. It's us, and we the people. You are parents. You're powerful. Those are our kids. They don't deserve to ever be done. They're not children that should work for as children. No, they should have no worry in the world. But yet, what apple juice or grape juice they want at dinner, or they want McDonald's or Burger King, or what sport they want to play in high school. That is what a child should be worried about. That is what they should be. That things like that. What elective or what they want to do in school, what college they want to go to. That is things instead of where they're going to be next. Who's the next thing? I mean, what's going to happen? What's going to happen tomorrow? Is this person going to come in my room? And I mean, stuff like that. No. Is this kid? I mean, no. No child should ever have to live in fear. Parents, stand up, fight. Even ones that aren't. If you're out there and you don't know what's going on, and you're watching my live right now, and you're wondering, what is this girl talking about? She keeps saying, stand up and fight. Well, what are we? I'm going to tell you, if you're listening and you're asking questions right now, because I'm so back and forth, but I'm sorry. That's, this, it's made me very, anxiety very bad. And this is when we're talking about is the child welfare system, the child protective services. Our kids, these kids in foster care, these nonverbal children, the kids that need us, the voices that need her, the families that are weak out here, that are faced with that knock on their door, and then their kids just taken and never seen again. That's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to and you're sitting here watching. Can you listen to our stories? Can you help us fight this to bring reform to this system that we thought would be for the best interest of our children and to protect our families and keep us together? If we ever face a struggle in life, it's supposed to be about strengthening families and holding and keeping them connected, not divided. So the ones out there that either don't have children or have never been faced with this CPS nightmare, can you help fight this? Can you voice and share the word? Can you join us in this fight? That's what I ask. And parents, if you know someone, just even let your friends know. Share the word. Share what we're fighting for. Share what's really going on with this. The more that know, the better chance we have at getting this heard at with Trump and all of them. That's what we're gonna do February 14th. Hey guys, I forgot. February 14th is a big day. We're gonna have a big debut. We're gonna be calling action to Trump and them up there. Melania Trump and Paris too. Paris Hilton. I'm still talking to you. Haven't heard from you yet, but I'm waiting. Hopefully, maybe you're watching. But hey, this is a call for everyone, all parents, whether you're dealing with CPS or not. Help protect the children. Communities, we need to come together. And so, I mean, it's with me. It's got to where I need your help. I need you to help us get our word out there. Share, like, follow. Can you like as you can subscribe to my channel? We need to get this brought to the light. We need to get this addressed. There's too many kids out here that are still missing. There's too many families being torn apart. It's like when something doesn't go these people's way in the CPS system, or whoever's the ones that are corrupt. It's like they want to retaliate, and they just want to, like, say if there's something that you don't agree with, and say you have a case with CPS, everything's been going fine, and all of a sudden you just don't agree with something that you feel as though should be addressed in a different way, and you want to address, and they don't want to even bring it up. They're going to retaliate. That ain't fair. What gives them the right to bully? We don't want bullying in schools, right? And these are adults on children. No. Your caseworker, parents, if you're faced with a case plan and stuff, and you're going through this, your caseworker should be the one that's like attached to your hip and like your best friend. They should be the one that's your motivator, your supporter, the one that your biggest cheerleader right now. If you have a case, you're going through this, because they are there to guide you and and help you in the area that you fall weak in. That is what they're to bring your family back together. And they are not doing that. I think the rate for reunification, the numbers was, it was low. It was horrible. It's like 11%. It's not. I Googled that yesterday. And do you know what Google told me? Google told me that it was 50%. A negative. That Google, come on now. That's not true. If it was, that'd be awesome, but it's not. We are like low numbers. Reunification is like not happening with these families, and even this I can't. It makes me upset. They want to talk about kinship and these these grandparents and that families can get the kids. I'm a living experience in a nightmare that you would never think that even your family can't get your child. My aunt and uncle have been fighting right with me. They stepped up and joined in because they knew they they did not they my son does not belong where he is. He belongs with family, and my family is a very loving, and he's been with all of and involved with CBS has never been involved in my life. My son he's 19 now, been in the system 2 years. Okay, my son was 6 months away from being 18. My mother passed away unexpectedly. She was a guardian. My son has always been with family, never in anybody else's. No, with family. We're always been a tight, close knit family. My own family members are fighting right now to get my son home, and they are being blocked out. They have been approved. The home study passed. Everything they went through the loop. They went through all the bumps and challenges that CPS, everything, every step you could think of that they would throw at them to do, they did. And guess what? That's been a whole year, and we're still fighting. My son still ain't home. You tell me what's wrong with that? I mean, family placement is right under the parents. If the parents they don't try to if they won't let them go, then family is the top. I mean, should definitely override foster care. My God, my goodness. But guess what? My son's in a residential treatment facility out in Texas, and we've been fighting. And they're my family is approved for placement. Why aren't they letting him be with my family? They are. I mean, my experience right now, my story right now sticks at my family has even. I mean, why? If family is the next, if the parents aren't able to care for the children, the family is the next. What am I saying? The next people that are in line to protect them. Why are they holding these kids hostage? Why are they holding them? What? My son is 19, and he's still in this facility, and we are. I mean, they have gotten to the point now where they just are not even talking to my aunt, or just wanting to. They play games. It's not going to happen. I'm one mom, and my family is one family that is very strong and that does not agree with what is going on with CPS. They've actually, and these are family members that have not been aware or anything before my mother passed that of what goes on with CPS, and they're experiencing it themselves. And let me tell you, they aren't backing down, everybody. They aren't. No, they're not giving up either. So I just want to let y'all know that my family is fighting right with me to bring this to the light, because it is wrong. It is messed up. And if kinship and family members can't even get to our children, what the hell is going on? CPS, what's up? And Trump, please listen to this. If our family can't even get our children, and they have been approved, and I know there's other families out there like that, and I will share tomorrow. Oh, well, I should share it tonight on the show. I wish I would have known that I was going to talk about this today, because family should be definitely a big Doji is going after Medicare and Medicaid next. Most children in foster care. Doji, Elon Musk. Fully believe that he will have a big. They're listening, y'all. They're listening. They are listening to us. Why aren't we speaking out? Your stories. You got your opportunity. Why haven't I heard more people voicing themselves? Like, we need more stories, guys and gals, parents. Even if you're not going through it, I would love for you to send your thing in, what you want to see change in this system. What kind of changes? Because February 14th is a big day. It's a big day for yeah, it is Valentine's Day, and but it's a big day in the child. What it's going to be a big, because we're going to let our voices be heard. We got to let our voices be heard. Like, we need this change, and we need it now. Our children are just being taken and thrown somewhere that there's people out there that have been fighting this for 20 years, and they don't know where their kids are. Miss Brenda that comes on the show that has her Bring Back Brenda, she is fighting them right now. And every day she's determined more and more. She's not giving up. Chris is another one. Been in it, like, dealing with this. Parents, Athena, Vinny, Darren, Gunner, myself, families. There's been some of these parents have been in the foster system themselves. Lady P, all y'all, let's my fellow parents and members that I've met, like, in groups on Facebook and TikTok, and you're we are all, and it's, I tell people, I was like, man, it's a small world, when I, like, wow, you say you see me, you know I know my voice is getting out. I know that we're being heard. Parents, please step. Please don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to share your story. Let's get your story. Please send, there's the email below, okay, down below here. Please send your stories in, which I know it's, hold on. Chris, I'm going to come back to your comment, okay? You see their email at the bottom there? cpsvhuntingjustice@gmail.com. Send your stories in. We got till, right now they're in the works of doing all the editing, and you can even remain anonymous. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want to hear us say about your story, or if you want to be a part of it. Email us. Let us know. You got to speak out to let us know. That is what we're facing. I'm not going to let these people bully on me, and I'm sure I'm not going to let them bully on you. These are our kids. We want our families back. Let's get them home. It's time. We can't get this time back, the time that's already passed. We can't get that back, but you know what? We gonna get it for the future. They ain't gonna keep our kids. Don't be afraid. You have nothing to lose. That I see that, Brenda, in the comments. I just saw that pop up. Yes. You fight for freedom of our families. Yes. And let me go. Okay, so Chris said, let me go. I got to catch up on comments, y'all. Ooh, I got the jabber in my jaw. Okay, if the children have doctor's appointments and CPS doesn't bring the child to the appointment, the doctor's office still charges money for a no-show fee, and Medicaid has to pay it. Waste equals child abuse. Watch. Okay, Chris, I know. Watch. What did you say? Watch. Okay, and that's a big thing. If prove go through your go through your case and see where they have misused these funds. Because I can assure you, there's a lot in mine. Chris knows there's a lot in his. There's a lot in everybody's. They're misusing the funds by removing the kids, for one thing, because why can't they keep them together? Why can't they provide you services to rebuild your family back up to where it needs to be, instead of throwing our kids in these facilities like mine? Mine's 4 states away. Texas, please send my son home, please. Please. We're wait. I mean, we would love. We we've been, my family, my poor, my aunt, and they are not giving up. They are, and they see the struggles. They see it because they're going through it themselves, and they're not even, like, I asked for their help. I asked, and they stood up, and they're standing right with me to do it, and still not being heard. So if I can't Say it enough. Stop taking our kids. Our families, we don't deserve this. My son is missing his senior year right now as we speak because of these people, because they won't let him come home. For what reason? And I'll have updates as of Monday, because I promise you, this mama's not backing down. So I'm hearing I'm coming, and they will be hearing from me again, because I can't ever get a response. So I guess Monday's going to be another. Here we go. I had 5 days to respond to an email, and we're supposed to be having a meeting. Well, guess who's going to be right beside me? My family and all of y'all. So that's what's up. Let's make this happen. We're going to get Alex. You're going to be coming home, baby. And we're going to get, my son is a big supporter, and he will fight with us. And he's doing that in this facility. He wants to bring all the kids home when he comes. He said, Mom, I'm going to put them in my pocket and we can bring them. They need to go home to family. They need to be with their families. That is just the most heartwarming, awesomest thing that my son, and he's autistic, he said, and he tells everybody, be yourself, don't change for nobody. So for him to say stuff like that in a facility, what are they doing to try to change my son? My son ain't gonna do it. My son he's very strong minded and determined, and he don't give up. My son is not backing down, and my son is he's a beast. He's a survivor. He's a soldier. He's my hero. My hero. He is so strong, and these kids out there that I mean, his heart is just so big, and he means, my kids are the most, they are caring, and they got big hearts. And my son, for him to be doing this, he says, don't be changing for nobody. You be yourself. Don't let nobody take your shine away. He said, that song, this is brave, this is me, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. That's my son. That's the song he said. He said, be yourself. Don't you dare change for somebody. I don't care who it is. You be yourself and you be you. He said, don't ever let nobody take your shine away. He said, he means that. And he said that every day at this place he's at. So, and it's awesome. And like Carrie used to say, we gonna make Alex famous. Well, and that's what my son said. Mama, I got me out here. I got me, Mom. He said, you just get the word out, make me famous, Mom. And you know what? Here we are. Alex is he's my hero. This is my son, and he knows, and he's strong for. And my son has a story. Every kid facing the child welfare system has a story. And my son's story, he will be saying, I promise you, because he wants to be a part of this. He wants to help bring this to the light when he comes home, and he's doing it right here, right now, while he's in this system. My son has went through a lot, and I promise you, these people will not get away with this, what they've done to my son. So my son's he's wanting to protect your kids, he's wanting to protect his family, his friends, and the whole world, he said. And shame on the ones that are doing wrong to these children, because you know what? They're going to be speaking out, and their voices are going to be heard, because my son's going to make sure of it. The poverty rate for white people was 8.6%. The poverty rate for Native American people was 25%. Wow. The poverty for Hispanics and Latino population was 16.9, and Asian American is 8.6. Wow. So single parents are more likely to be in poverty than a married couple, right? And nowadays it takes two, it takes two to make a thing, takes two to tango. So and now, like, to now you get it, just to live comfortably, you have to have, like, your married couples even have to have people have to rent or move in a place with another married couple, because that's how, I mean, poverty is just ridiculous nowadays. In 2021, children, okay, we got about 10 minutes, guys. So in 2021, 31% of children living with single parents lived below the poverty level. And it's like these numbers are not moving, and they're going up. They're getting worse before they get better. And what's up? Come on, can you, the administration, we need to bring America back and the world. Like, why are we living with the same? 9.5% of children living with two parents. So it's 9.5%. So the single parents and the children, 31.7% of children living with parents, a single parent lived below the poverty level, then compared to 9.5% of children living with both parents. Um, well, and it's rough. And this comes to the whole, and child support's another corrupt, and we will talk about that another day because I'm okay with that too. I'm not okay with the system. I'm just not. I'll share my story about that too. 65% of foster youth have an annual income below the poverty level at age 23. Right. And these kids, and like that goes, push comes to shove, these kids aging out of foster care, they're homeless. 98% of them are not successful within the first 3 years. I mean, they're homeless. They're substance users. They're um in the system. They're arrested. I mean, incarcerated. They're probably in prison. It's crazy. What's going on? They should not ever have to be treated like they are coming out of prison. They're not in prison. They didn't do nothing. They're something. No, what's up? These kids they deserve the best, nothing but the best. I want your kid and my kid to be successful. I want them to have a bright future, not what CPS is about now. No, never in my life would I ever think that a system that was built for strengthening families and helping when the struggle's real, like helping families get back to where they need to be when they reach out. And I feel for the families that have reached out to CPS and it turned on them. That is messed up. That is wrong. And shame on CPS for not doing what they're supposed to do, not following their own proper procedures, policies and procedures, and going against their own things that are set in place for a reason to run smoothly and get to. I mean, these things are built for a reason. They're not for you to just read over and go about your merry business. No, you are not the one. No, you got a job to do. Do your job. Don't sit here and think that you can take full control. If that was the case, then you definitely. I mean, no, we are not. We are our own people. We the people. We stand together. We help one another. We're together in this. Stop being this way, people. The ones that are corrupt. Stop your evilness. Stop your bad intentions. Stop your negative bullshit. Pardon my French, y'all. I said, yeah, your son loves you. You love him. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am, Brenda. I do love my son, and he loves me, and we are like two peas in a pod, and he's like my twin. I mean, he tells me he's better looking than me, and he's. Um, but when I tell you he looks just like me, I mean, wow. I really do want y'all to see my brother though. If I can get him not if I get up at the end of the show and start moving, I'm going to see my brother and see if he'll be in the show or at the ending. So just be ready for that. So if it's like hectic, just be ready to see my brother. In Florida Department of Family and Children's Services, case managers have many duties to parents following or including the case manager shall establish and maintain regular face-to-face contact with a minimum of 30 days with the parents or legal caregivers. They're supposed to meet with you every month, if not more. They're supposed to be following up with you all the time. Not once in a blue moon. No, mine was once in a blue moon. Now I can't even get the case woman to call me. And don't sit here and no, because I'm not one. I'm going to be. And if you're not involved in the case, then don't put your nose where it don't belong. Case managers help parents maintain contact with their child. That's another big thing. They are failing at that one miserably. Definitely. Siblings are not having. My son hasn't seen his siblings in 2 years. Layla, Audrey, your brother wants to see you. He loves you. He asks about you all the time. Happy birthday, Audrey. Said happy birthday, Audie. He even knew when his sister's birthday was. Because I asked him, I said, you know whose birthday it is today? He said, it's Audie's. It's Audie's. It's Sissy's. He loves his sisters. And he misses them. He misses them terribly. It's so heartbreaking. My son, he misses his papa. I do hate this, but he misses his papa. He misses his auntie Debbie. She might. I just said her name, but it's okay. She loves my son and she loves my kids and she loves any kid as her own. And this woman, I would not ask for anyone ever. I mean, she's another one like my nanny. Like, you know, there's she's a very good. I mean, and she's even had kids before, like her own family member on her. Like, she was at their house one day, and I guess CPS showed up and law enforcement, and my aunt wound up with these her own like the kids, and they wanted her to adopt them and stuff, and this mom just couldn't get her stuff right. But my aunt has, so she's been in that, and what makes them think they can hold my kid, and my kid's an adult? Stop taking these children. CPS reunification is not happening in UK either. Same with kinship, and they want to talk about it, and they're wanting to emphasize it and get it out there and talk about these families that need that the grandparents step up. They will help you. There's but it's not happening. So you know what? That's another change we got to get it done. Hello, yes. Well, let me see if my brother is. Bro, are you right there? No, he didn't answer me. Okay, hold on. Case managers always also ensure that the safety plan is written and cleared. Right. Make sure your case plan and any paperwork is to a T, I's dotted, T's crossed. No room for error. No room for mess up. No, do not give them any room to try to put stuff in there that, I mean, me, case plan, when? I would love to know my case plan because, and like people would talk about a safety plan, case plan. You know what? Mine's like a coloring page for mine. If that's what you call it, a case plan, because I will be sharing that here probably next week. I will be sharing my documents with y'all, the whole world, showing how corrupt CPS is and what they are doing real life. Because I will be more than happy to, because that's what I'm just to the point now where shame on them. It is time. We have to save these kids. My son is living experience right now of with even family that has went through all the messed up things that CBS makes you do, the everything. I've even finished parenting class. I've did everything, and they still have my son. So Alex is going to be a big part of my call to this action, and for y'all's too. Everyone's. My son is my inspiration, my hero, and he is determined to get the CPS world and welfare system changed. He is, and he is a child. He's a young adult now, but he was a child when he entered the foster care system, 17 years old. Why would they ever, a 17-year-old, just because of someone that, stop picking on these kids, people. Leave the kids alone. Okay? I got 1 minute. Let me get through these. Miss Clearwater says taking means redundant caseworkers. Right. And they have no heart. DFCS kidnapping children are for cash for kids. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. And that is so true, it's sad to know that your child has the kids that are in the foster care system and in the CPS world right now, it's like they have a price over their head, and that's never ever acceptable, and that is uncalled for. CPS, why do you think our children need to pay for your vacations or for your fun times? We had, come on, why would you ever give our kids back and leave us alone? Leave these families alone. And guess what? We are here. We ain't gonna be silent no more. The ones that think they're broken, you're not. You're powerful. We're here to help you, okay? Clearwater. Let's see. Miss Brenda says, yes, fight for freedom for our families. I did say that I'm gonna see my brother, and I think we're gonna have to move that to another show. Cytonic space, what do you mean gross? Tell me what you mean gross. Are you gross? What's up? Are you one of the ones that, I mean, hey, you can talk what you talk. So what's up? Talk to me. American patriotism. Children need to be free. Thank you, America. Give me liberty or give me strength, right? Give me my kid back. I want my family back. All right, everyone. I'm getting over my time. Thank you, American Patriotism, for coming in. I thank you for your support and stand with us. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for you. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. I like that, American Patriotism. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for love. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. Yes, we are going to have no more rainy days, everyone, and no more of this dark world that we live in with CPS. We are going to get this changed. And Naylor says, video record all your interactions with DFCS, cops, gals, which is the gals is the guardian ad litems, all your interviews, appointments with contractors, research, case Turner versus Driver, just a guy that cops turned him into an activist. Okay, public officials, you can record. Public officials, you can record. I think, right, Chris? Before I get on the show, public officials, you can record. Somebody just said CPS. Okay, they still have the kid. My CBS came back home in October 20, and they still have them. Carrie Grubb come in and said, listed as in foster care, I can't even access their Medicaid information or make adjustments. Did you lose your rights, Carrie? Get back with me, please. I'm sorry I just now got to your comment. I do have to end my show, but please reach out to us. Herbert, I see you. Hey, Herbert. Welcome in, bud. How you doing? And thank you for the Trump support today, my friend. Thank you for being involved in that live chat. I seen you. And that right there, Herbert, y'all. Herbert is making it happen with he was voicing it out to get this brought to Trump's attention in a live chat when Trump was having his speech today. Thank you, Herbert. Thank you so much. Big support, right? Also, all your court media. Yes, American Trump administration appointees are a lot Gen X. All this trash talk about Gen X. Guess what? They fuck around and find out right now. They're going to find out. Elon Musk, yes. Pam Bondi, yes. And others. Let's step up. Gen X, we need, let's go. Let's go. Yes. All right, everyone. Absolutely American patriotism. Get that. And he said, and Naylor backs up American patriotism. Yes. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for your love, your support, and your heart in this, and the voices that you're being for us, the ones that don't have their children, the ones that are speaking out and fighting for their children, the ones that may not have children but hear our stories. Thank you for helping us be the voice and get this out. Paris Hilton, would still love for you to let us know what's up and come hear our stories and hear us and that bill you got with these stop in the institutional child abuse. Let's make that happen. Let's these bills that they keep passing. Let's make them be put into play. Let's make them be put into action. Let's make them enforce them. We're not just writing these bills. We gonna make it happen. I bear West Virginia CPS and have my kids. Oh, Carrie, West Virginia. Oh well. All right, Miss Carrie Grubb. If you can, I'm gonna reach out at that email at the bottom. If you would, I would love to hear your story. So reach out to us. I do have to end my show. I don't want to overlap with my fellow people, ones on the channel. I think we have a show coming up either at 6 or 7. I know the Tip and Punishment, I believe, is at y'all. I suck at time. I'm sorry. We have the Punisher show tonight. We have Vinny. Vinny, I think, will be on tonight as well. The last show. Gunner will be on Sunday. I have got to get the time better for y'all. I am so sorry. I'll be back. I know Tuesday, but I might, me and Brenda might slip a show in, and Chris, we get overnight. We do the late night shows. So look out for us. Be on the lookout. Until next time, y'all. Keep fighting to stand up for our kids. Good night, everyone, and I'll see y'all next time.